Here you come in on a major press conference and talking about an issue with telephone calls. And you're giving away millions of dollars, not $100,000, millions of dollars to members of your own government, hundreds of thousands of dollars to others, $1.7 million to one man from the bank. You know, this is the kind of crime that the bill is committed in the people's name. It is a pure political motive behind this, and it's a clear demonstration of desperation on the part of the hierarchy of the government. And it's clear that after 2 years in office, the government major press conference is called to talk about something about some telephone issue when they have people outside there bawling and the country is hurting. The joblessness outside is growing every day. The economic situation is dire outside there. The single mothers and family are experiencing serious pain, inability to help their families. The fishermen are bawling out, the farmers are bawling, the bus drivers, the taxi men. The country's economic situation is in a tailspin. The government is calling a press conference to talk about an issue, one issue that concerns an individual, and the whole country is hurting. So it's clear. It is clear desperation, and the government and the minister should be ashamed of herself. If she was not the one who initiated this, then she should be ashamed that she's been used to propagate that type of mindset coming from the government side at this particular time. So I was startled, Over the years, Sheldon have been in government. And as you know, there are elements of the National Democratic Congress that has attacked me viciously. All sorts of lies. And they had all sorts of talk shows, and they spent all their time. And I could have done a lot legally and otherwise, and never one day responded to them. Not one day did I respond to them. Therefore, they fell on their own weight. And in a free society, a democratic society, if you are going to victimize people on the basis of their opposition to you as an individual in government, then you should not be in politics. Stay away from politics if you do not want to be criticized. This pettiness, this thin-skinnedness is a hallmark of this present government, because it is made up of people with little political experience. And they should understand, when you put yourself in politics, you're exposing your entire being to the public. And therefore you have to be more thick-skinned than this. And this is unfortunate that the country had to be treated in this very petty manner that was demonstrated by a senior minister of the government. So I am happy, and you should not be worried. There are a lot of people are behind you. And if they have an issue, they should know how to deal with it. And I know you will deal with it. And there are others who will help you to deal with whatever issue emerges. But that's not the way to give the impression that if you have a legal matter and they're ready to take you to court. And it is so desperate, and it's unfortunate. And the government is seen to spend its time on an issue like this, in a time like this, under a condition like this. So hold on, my brother, and keep going. You have 100% support from the New National Party and its team, and the country as a whole. As you mentioned, I have a number of people who are not supporters of this, of the NNP, who called and say this is nonsense, because they know how much I took from elements of the NDC when I was in government over the years. And they knew that I never reacted like this because I not demonstrate that level of thin-skinnedness dealing with matters of public interest. I've never done this. So keep going, my brother. Keep going. Keep going. My call tonight is to talk about other issues, not just to assure you of our support and that the fact that you should continue to nail the government on its behavior on issues of importance that the country is concerned about. And they can't touch it. And they can't touch individuals who have issues to speak about and to get them be afraid to do so. One of the worst decisions this government has made, and an illegal one, is this giving of millions of dollars to members of the government. The GDB Bank, and that came up today in the discussion we had with the IMF team. The bank's whole objective was never to take money and a whole policy and give it to ministers of government. To me, this is a crime against the people of the country. And I find it strange not enough people are speaking about that. Here you come in on a major press conference and talking about an issue with telephone calls. And you're giving away millions of dollars, not $100, $1,000, millions of dollars to members of your own government, hundreds of thousands of dollars to others, $1.7 million to one man from the bank. You know, this is the kind of crime that the bill is committed in the people's name. And I have no apologies. I have no apologies. No minister during NNP time in government, or no member of the government, no member of my family will come to me and ask me to get them a loan in GDB. The bank is supposed to operate based on its policies. And those who qualify would go to the bank and satisfy those objectives and get the resources. And in fact, there was not any decision, any criteria in there that says ministers of government must get loans. So I don't know how this group came in. And one of the first things they did was to take millions of dollars and give themselves. This is quite frightening. And I did not hear enough noises from the public. I could only assume if the NNP or Keith Mitchell had done something like this, you might have seen mass demonstrations in the country at this particular time. So my people must understand, if something is wrong today, it cannot be right tomorrow. If NNP was doing something that is not right, it cannot now become right under the National Democratic Congress. And if NNP was doing something right then, it cannot turn out to be wrong now because another government is in office. That is something I believe that we all must be concerned about, and it's an issue of serious concern.
Hi everyone, thanks for checking out the Bub Report's social media pages. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch our weekly live show, follow our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can catch repeat episodes on Wednesdays at 4 and 5 p.m. respectively on CRFM Radio and GBN TV in Grenada. We are also viewed on Sundays at 8 p.m. on WPG 10 throughout the Caribbean. Thanks for watching.